The Dog Star Sirius is also known as our spiritual sun, esoterically the cosmic heart of our physical sun. During the dark days, when Sirius disappears into the sun's glowing light, it could be said that our physical sun is embracing our spiritual sun. After such a celestial union, a rebirth or resurrection can be expected. This is the period of time Sirius disappears from the sky, sequenced in the myth when Isis is hiding until the birth of her son Horus. Eventually, the sun reappears after Horus is born. Resurrection. It is time. Sirius was astronomically the foundation of their Egypt's entire religious system. It was the embodiment of Isis' sister and consort of the god Osiris, who appeared in the sky as Orion. Madame Blavatsky, Alice Bailey, and Theosophy. Helena Blavatsky and Alice Bailey, the two main figures associated with Theosophy, have both considered Sirius to be a source esoteric power. Blavatsky stated that the star Sirius exerts a mystic and direct influence over the entire living heaven and is linked with every great religion of antiquity. Alice Bailey sees the dark star as the true Great White Lodge. That's why we have a White House in Washington, D.C. I believe it's equivalent to the Great White Lodge, and believes it to be the home of the spiritual hierarchy. For this reason, she considers Sirius as the star of initiation. This is the great star of initiation because our hierarchy, an expression of the second aspect of divinity, is under the supervision or spiritual magnetic control of the hierarchy of Sirius. These are the major controlling influences whereby the cosmic Christ works upon the Christ principle in the solar system, in the planet, in man, and in the lower forms of life expression. It is esoterically called the brilliant star of sensitivity. Not unlike most and many esoteric writers, Bailey considers Sirius to have a great impact on human life. All that can be done here in dealing with this profound subject is to enumerate briefly some of the cosmic influences which definitely affect our Earth and produce results in the consciousness of man everywhere, and which during the process of initiation bring about certain specific phenomena. First and foremost is the energy or force emanating from the sun Sirius. If it might be so expressed, the energy of thought or mind force in its totality reaches the solar system from a distant cosmic center via Sirius. Sirius acts as the transmitter or the focalizing center, whence emanate those influences which produce self-consciousness in man. Aleister Crowley, the AA, and Kenneth Grant. In 1907, Crowley started his own occult order called the AA, short for Argenteum Astrum, which can be translated to the Order of the Silver Star. The Silver Star was, of course, a reference to Sirius. Even if Crowley almost always referred to the dark star in veiled terms, the whole of his magical philosophy, from his development as a young Freemason through to his final years as the head of the OTO, is wholly in accordance with the Sirian influence, which was identified and expressed by other writers of his era. His alleged contact with his holy guardian angel that later led to the channeling of Liber Al, the Book of the Law, is believed to have originated from Sirius. If Crowley used code words to describe Sirius, his protege, Kenneth Grant, has explicitly and extensively written about the dog star. Throughout his numerous books, he often described Sirius as being a powerful center of magical magnetic power. His belief that the star holds the central key to unlocking the mysteries of the Egyptian and Typhonian traditions has strengthened over time and became a central focus of his research. One of Grant's most important and controversial theses was his discovery of the Sirius Set current, which is an extraterrestrial dimension connecting Sirius, the Earth, and Set, the Egyptian god of chaos, who was later associated with Satan. Set is the initiator, the opener of man's consciousness to the rays of the undying God, typified by Sirius, the sun in the south. Sirius or Set was the original headless one, the light of the lower region, the south, who was known in Egypt as An, the dog, hence Satan. Law of the infernal regions, the place of heat, later interpreted in a moral sense as hell. Although each occult philosophy describes Sirius in a slightly different manner, it is still consistently regarded as the sun behind the sun, the true source of occult power. It is perceived as the cradle of human knowledge, and the belief of the existence of a strong connection between the star and planet Earth never seems to become outdated. In Disney Pinocchio, based on a story written by Freemason Carlo Collodi, Geppetto prays to the brightest star in the sky to have a real boy, the blue fairy. Her color is a reference to Sirius' light blue glow, then descends from the heavens to give life to Pinocchio. Throughout the marionette's quest to become a boy, an allegory for esoteric initiation, the blue fairy guides Pinocchio towards the right path. Sirius is therefore represented as a source of life, a guide, and a teacher. In Harry Potter, the character named Sirius Black is most likely a reference to Sirius B, the darker star of Sirius' binary system. He is Harry Potter's godfather, which makes Sirius once again a teacher and a guide. The wizard can turn into a big black dog, another link with the dog star. In The Truman Show, a spotlight used to imitate the light of a star in Truman's fake world falls from the sky and Lily hits him. The label on the spotlight identifies it as Sirius. Truman's encounter with Sirius gives him a glimpse of true knowledge and prompts his quest for truth. Sirius is therefore the star of initiation. It caused Truman to realize the limitations of his studio world and led him to freedom. From the dawn of civilization to modern times, from remote tribes of Africa to the great capitals of the modern world, Sirius was and still is seen as a life giver, despite the disparity between cultures and epoch. The same mysterious attributes are given to the dog star, which can lead us to ask, how can all these definitions synchronize so perfectly? Is there a common source to these myths about Sirius? The dog star is invariably associated with divinity and is regarded as a source of knowledge and power. These connections are particularly evident when one examines the teachings and the symbolism of secret societies, who have always taught about a mystical link with this particular celestial body.